Have you ever contemplated the historical significance of the wars between the Republic of Venice and the Ottoman Empire? In the grand tapestry of history, few conflicts carry as much weight as the wars between these two titanic powers. The Republic of Venice, a beacon of commerce and trade, and the Ottoman Empire, a formidable military force, clashed repeatedly over the course of several centuries. These wars, which spanned from the mid-15th to the late 16th century, were marked by significant battles, strategic maneuvers, and a constant struggle for dominance in the Mediterranean. Prominent commanders led their forces with a mix of courage, cunning and, at times, a dash of ruthlessness. The outcomes of these conflicts shaped not just the fates of these two powers, but also the geopolitical landscape of their time. Join us as we embark on this historical journey, delving into the heart of these fascinating wars. The first significant clash between the Republic of Venice and the Ottoman Empire was in the late 15th century. This war, known as the First Ottoman-Venetian War, spanned a period of 16 years from 1463 to 1479. The causes of the war were rooted in the expansionist ambitions of the Ottoman Empire under Sultan Mehmed the Conqueror. The Ottomans were eager to establish dominance in the Mediterranean and the Aegean Sea, areas where the Venetian Republic held significant influence. Meanwhile, Venice, with its powerful navy, was determined to protect its vital trade routes and colonies. One of the most pivotal battles of this war was the Siege of Shkodra, which took place in 1474. The Ottomans, led by Mehmed the Conqueror, laid siege to the Albanian city of Shkodra, a key Venetian ally. Despite the overwhelming odds, the city held out for an entire year before finally succumbing to the Ottoman forces. The resilience of the city's defenders, however, drained the resources of the Ottoman Empire and delayed their advance, giving Venice much-needed time to regroup. The war saw many prominent figures, but two stand out for their leadership and strategy. Mehmed the Conqueror, the Sultan of the Ottoman Empire, was a visionary leader with a relentless ambition for expansion. His strategies and military tactics were instrumental in the Ottoman victories. On the other side, Niccolò Canal, the Venetian commander, displayed exceptional courage and resilience, particularly during the siege of Shkodra, earning him a place in the annals of Venetian history. The war finally concluded in 1479 with the Treaty of Constantinople, which saw Venice cede some of its territories to the Ottomans. Yet, despite the territorial losses, Venice managed to preserve its independence and its key trade routes, a testament to the city's resilience and strategic acumen. The end of this war marked a significant shift in power dynamics in the Mediterranean region. The balance of power had shifted towards the Ottomans, setting the stage for a series of conflicts that would shape the course of history in the centuries to come. Just a few decades later, the two powers found themselves at odds once again. The Second Ottoman-Venetian War kicked off in 1499, marking another chapter in the tumultuous relationship between the Republic of Venice and the Ottoman Empire. This war was defined by two key naval battles, Zonchio and Lepanto. The Battle of Zonchio, also known as the Battle of Sapienza, was the first naval battle in history where cannons were used on ships. The Ottomans, under the command of Kemal Reis, used these cannons to devastating effect, marking a significant turning point in naval warfare. Meanwhile, at the Battle of Lepanto, the Venetians, led by Antonio Grimani, were plagued by poor leadership and tactical errors. Grimani, an inexperienced commander, made a series of blunders, leading to a crushing defeat for the Venetians. It was a stark reminder of the stark realities of war and the importance of experienced leadership. At the helm of the Ottoman Empire was Sultan Bayezid II, a shrewd and calculating leader. His strategic acumen played a crucial role in the Ottoman victories during this war. Bayezid II was known for his tactical prowess and political acumen, traits that helped solidify the Ottoman Empire's dominance in the region. However, all wars must come to an end, and in 1503, the two powers signed a treaty. This treaty was more than just a ceasefire. It was a significant moment that reshaped the political landscape of the Mediterranean. Venice ceded several territories to the Ottomans and agreed to pay an annual tribute, a clear sign of the shifting balance of power. The Second Ottoman-Venetian War was a brutal and transformative period in history. It was a time of change, of innovation in warfare, and of shifting power dynamics. Though shorter, this war was no less significant in shaping the course of history. As the 16th century progressed, the tension between Venice and the Ottoman Empire escalated into another war. The Third Ottoman-Venetian War, which spanned from 1537 to 1540, marked the height of this long-standing conflict. The Siege of Corfu was a significant event during this period. The Ottomans, led by the formidable Suleiman the Magnificent, laid siege to the Venetian stronghold. Despite the overwhelming odds, Venice managed to hold off the Ottoman forces, turning the tide of the war. The naval battles during this period were equally intense, with both sides demonstrating their naval prowess on the high seas. Andrea Gritti, the Doge of Venice, played an instrumental role in steering the Republic through this tumultuous time. A seasoned statesman and warrior, Gritti's leadership was critical in maintaining Venetian resistance against the Ottoman onslaught. On the other side, Suleiman the Magnificent's strategic acumen and military genius were on full display, further cementing his reputation as one of the Ottoman Empire's greatest sultans. The war eventually culminated in a peace treaty that, ironically, favored the Ottomans. Venice was forced to cede several territories and pay a hefty annual tribute to the Ottoman Empire. Despite this, the treaty was seen as a necessary compromise to bring an end to the war and preserve what was left of Venice's dwindling power. The consequences of this war were far-reaching. It marked a significant shift in the balance of power in the Eastern Mediterranean, with the Ottoman Empire emerging as the dominant force. For Venice, it was a painful reminder of its diminishing influence and a stark warning of the challenges it would face in the years to come. In essence, the Third Ottoman-Venetian War was a grueling test of endurance, strategy, and resilience for both Venice and the Ottoman Empire. It was a testament to the indomitable spirit of their people and the lengths they were willing to go to protect their territories and uphold their honor. This war further consolidated the Ottomans' power in the Eastern Mediterranean. The final major conflict between these two powers came in the late 16th century. The Fourth Ottoman-Venetian War, spanning from 1570 to 1573, was a vivid display of maritime warfare, marked by the unforgettable Battle of Lepanto. The Ottoman Empire, under the leadership of Selim II, was determined to expand its territories. Selim, also known as Selim the Sot or Selim the Drunkard, was an ambitious ruler despite his less-than-flattering epithets. He had his eyes set on Cyprus, which was under Venetian control. Meanwhile, on the Venetian side, there was Sebastiano Venier, a seasoned commander with a reputation for his strategic acumen. Venier, a nobleman turned admiral, was determined to defend Venice's territories at all costs. The clash of these two forces culminated in the Battle of Lepanto in 1571. This battle, one of the largest naval battles in history, was a turning point in the war. The Holy League, a coalition of Christian states including Venice, faced off against the mighty Ottoman navy. The result was a resounding victory for the Holy League, marking a significant setback for the Ottomans. However, despite this victory, the war continued for 2 more years. The Venetians were unable to capitalize on their success at Lepanto, and the Ottomans gradually recovered their strength. Finally, in 1573, a peace treaty was signed, marking the end of the war. The treaty was a significant blow to Venice. They were forced to relinquish control of Cyprus to the Ottoman Empire, marking a significant loss in their maritime territories. This war, and the treaty that followed, had long-term effects. Venice's control over the Eastern Mediterranean was significantly diminished, and they were never able to fully recover their status as a major maritime power. The Ottomans, on the other hand, continued to expand, further solidifying their control over the region. This last war marked the end of Venice's status as a major maritime power. The Fourth Ottoman-Venetian War was a testament to the shifting power dynamics of the time, painting a vivid picture of the rise and fall of empires. These wars, spanning over a century, left an indelible mark on the history of Europe and the Middle East. From the First Ottoman-Venetian War in the late 15th century to the Fourth Ottoman-Venetian War in the late 16th century, this series of conflicts shaped the course of events for both the Republic of Venice and the Ottoman Empire. Prominent commanders led their forces into battle, turning points were reached, and the course of history was forever altered. The Republic of Venice, with its naval power and strategic alliances, stood as a formidable force against the expansive might of the Ottoman Empire. These wars weren't just about territory or power. They were about culture, religion, and the very identity of nations. They were about the clash of civilizations and the remaking of the world order. As we delve into the annals of history, we realize the profound impact these wars had on shaping the world as we know it today.